With the rally ending, I headed home south on Highway 395 outside of Burns. And this is in southeastern Oregon, which is very similar to Nevada. And this time of the year with the greenery, it was really pretty. And of course, you're going to get some of these dried out arroyos, dried up lakes. This is Lake Albert. This was discovered by John C. Fremont in 1843, and he named it after the engineer on his trip. I've been by it on several occasions, but I've never seen it with water in it before, so it was kind of cool. You can see who runs things in this part of the country. These guys just stopped in the middle of the road to have a little conversation about the cattle. This is about 40 miles outside of Lakeview, Oregon, just before I got there, and it is just gorgeous, gorgeous ranch land. Beautiful greenery and lush. I mean, just absolutely gorgeous country. And then once you leave Lakeview, this is going towards Alturas, and there's this huge, huge valley that Goose Lake resides in. Just beautiful. This is not looking good. It's really cloudy. You can see that these thunderstorms are going to develop big time over the afternoon. There's like a severe weather alert for going over the Sierras after 2 o'clock for ground lightning, air to ground lightning. So this ought to be fun. I'm not wearing my rain pants because they're too hot, and it's going to be warm coming back into Sacramento. So I'm leaving Alturas. Had a great breakfast. Just really fantastic. Hopefully we'll get through before these thunderstorms unload. It's so much fun. There's this little place, 2 scrambled eggs, sausage, and 2 big pancakes for $9, and coffee's $2, and it's delicious. And it's fun because every time you go in there, it's the same group of locals. There's a bunch of these old guys, and they get together, it looks like every morning, because I've been through there a number of times, and every time these guys have been there. So, just a fantastic place. If you're ever in Alturas and you want a good place for breakfast, Wagon Wheel. Highway 395, about 20 miles or so outside of Alturas, alfalfa, cattle. Be a great place for a speed trap because you come off of a hill and all of a sudden it's 40 miles an hour through here. You gotta be careful. I want to talk just a second about the Vstrom. I mean, it's been an unbelievable bike. I paid $8,000 for a 2016 Vstrom 1000. This is about 8 months ago with 14,000 miles on it. And I have a Tenere 700, but I was putting too many miles on it and doing this kind of thing where I go, it takes me 300-400 miles to get somewhere where I'm going to go off-road. So I decided to get this to do the long distance kind of touring stuff, and wow, what a surprise. I mean, it's been fantastic. I bought this thing, it came with luggage, Jivvy luggage, racks, SW Motec skid plate, Oxford hand warmers, gosh, what else? Barkbuster handgun. I mean, it came loaded with everything. It's got a whole shot exhaust with like a power commander thing on it. And this thing, I'm doing about 73 miles an hour, and I'm doing just slightly over 4,000 RPMs. And I'll be getting anywhere from 45 to about 48, 49 miles to the gallon. And that's if the air is kind of still, or maybe a touch of wind. If I have even a minor bit of a tailwind, I can get 50 miles a gallon at that speed. I mean, it's just been a fantastic bike. I can't tell you how much I enjoy it. It doesn't have cruise control. And here's my thoughts on cruise control. $20 for one of these little plastic cruise controls where my finger's bouncing right here. And they work amazing. You don't need electronic cruise control or $150 throttle locks. All you need is one of these little $20 plastic things. And what it does is when you get the speed that you want to go, especially if it's kind of a flat area, and you push down on this and it rests on your brake lever, and it'll hold that speed if you're going flat. If you start to go a little bit uphill, you might have to give it just a little bit of gas, but it's not any strain on your hand. It's just barely touching it. And when you're going downhill, it'll speed up, and which is fine with me. I'll let it go as far as I want. But I mean, they work fine. You do not have to have electronic cruise control to enjoy cruise control on your motorcycle. I've got one on this, and I've got one on my Tenere, and anytime I get out on the highway, when I set it, it just works great. It gives your right hand total relief. You can take your hand off the throttle for a long time to kind of push the cramps out, that kind of deal. So enough of my rant. Go ahead and get one of these.
I'm coming home. I'm coming home. I'm coming home. It's been 21 years since I last remember sitting down by the river, kicking my feet back, resting my head, with nothing on my mind. So I'm packing my bags and shaking the hands with those that I'm familiar.